So here we go. I'm going to be drawing what I see, and I'm going to start with pencil. So I have my artwork next to me. Like I said, you can have it up on a computer screen or a phone or whatever device that you are using. Or if you have access to a printer, you can print it out. And like I said, it will be up on the website in the worksheet section under remote learning. So I have my white piece of paper and my painting that I'm observing. So Vincent van Gogh's Sunflowers. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to draw a line across, and I have my paper. You can have your paper vertical or horizontal. It's up to you. I have mine vertical, just like the one that I see, but if you'd like to hold it the other way, you can. So start with that, and then I'm going to draw a line for my tablecloth. So you could draw a wavy line or a slanted line if you want. I'm going to draw a straight line across. Okay, so now I have my wall and my tablecloth, so it kind of divides it up. So I'm actually going to draw this. I want you to start with pencil so that you can erase, but I'm going to start mine with marker just because I think it will be easier for you guys to see. So drawing my line for my tablecloth. Then I'm going to draw my vase. Now the thing with the vase is half of it is up where the background is and half of it is on the table. So you can draw whatever shaped vase you want. And the only thing is you want to make sure half of it. So I'm going to start at the bottom of my vase, and then I'm going to kind of bring my vase up onto my background. Now the thing with marker, I can't erase this line, but if you were using pencil, you'd be able to erase this line and you won't see that kind of tablecloth line. But I'm going to kind of use that as part of my vase, where my vase is divided. And then I'm going to start drawing my flowers. So I think the easiest way is to start with drawing some stems. So I'm going to kind of just draw some stems, and they don't have to be straight, coming out of my vase. Now they can overlap, and see how I kind of went underneath, not over. So it kind of gives that 3D effect. So I'm drawing a bunch of stems. He has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 flowers. You can have as many as you want. So that's where it's going to differ. I want you to add your own little twist, so your own choice of colors, the amount of flowers, the way you draw your flowers, the way you draw your stems. You're just using Vincent van Gogh's Sunflowers as inspiration. So now I might start drawing the middles of my flowers. Now he has even like some of them kind of drooping over the edge. And then the middle flower overlapping. Sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers. We actually just planted some inside, and we're going to transplant them outside, and I can't wait. So now I just want you to observe what you see. So I see more than one circle. So there's an outside circle, and then there's a circle inside. So if you've ever seen an actual sunflower, you'll see like actual sunflower seeds, and then there's kind of like a fuzzy part in the middle. So I'm adding all my circles, and then I'm going to go in and add some petals. Now, sunflower petals can be kind of unruly. So I'm not going to do every single detail right now because it's going to take a while, and I think you will get the gist once I show you step by step of the flower, and then I'll share my finished one afterwards. You can add some leaves. So I'm kind of just adding some petals to each flower. And like I said, I want you to do this with pencil so that if you need to erase, you can. And really taking your time. And then I might add some detail inside of the middles of my sunflowers, because like I said, it's filled with seeds and kind of that fuzzy texture inside. So I'm going to go in and do that to each of my sunflowers. Adding some leaves. So I'm going to keep going around and doing that to each one. And you can have them going different ways like he does. You can see like the back of some sunflowers. Sunflowers have like these almost like leaves all around it before they totally bloom. So you could do some like that. You can do the sides of some. You could do the full thing. That's up to you. Let's see, let me do one where I do the side of it. So I'm going to kind of tuck it in here and then add some petals. And you might add as you go. You can see that. I mean, he has a lot going on here. All of the space is really filled. So I'm going to keep going until all of my sunflowers have petals and leaves and texture. So I would continue that, okay? Then you're going to add color. And like I said, you can decide what you want to do for color. So I think maybe I'm going to color in my tablecloth solid green, but if you wanted to have your tablecloth have like a design on it, lines or shapes, you can totally do that. Same thing with the vase. If you want your vase to have texture or designs, you can do that. It's up to you. That's how you make it unique. That's how you make it yours. I don't want you to completely copy Vincent van Gogh's, because then it's not your own work, copying everything that he did. And in class, we look at a lot of famous artists' artworks and use them as inspiration. There's a difference, using it as inspiration and copying. So now I have my vase. So I think I'm going to make the bottom of my vase blue. And if you notice on the vase, there's something that I forgot. And we've talked about this before a lot, that we need to take ownership of our work. So that means writing your name, signing it. So I want you to find a spot, and it doesn't have to be on the vase. You can see right here it says Vincent. Okay, find a spot and add your signature at the end. So I'm choosing different colors than what I see. Your vase could be a totally different shape. It could be smaller. It could be bigger. It could be off to the side. It's totally, once again, your choices to making it unique. Now, when artists sign their work, they kind of come up with their own signature, and then they duplicate that on all of their artwork. So it might be their last name, it might be their first name, it might be their initials, they might have a little drawing to it. So I'm going to add mine. There's my signature. Now I'm going to, I think I'm going to work on coloring my flowers. So, like I said, I'm using markers and crayons. So I'm going to go in and color the middles of my flowers first. And you can decide how you want to do this. It's totally up to you. Would look really cool in watercolor. He uses acrylic paint. I used acrylic paint. And I think I'm going to use crayon for my petals. Take your time. And then I would keep going, okay? So adding color inside of my stems and my leaves. If you wanted to outline your work in black like mine, you can, but you don't have to. And then I would keep going until it's finished. And then the last part is I'm going to color in my background, and I'll have to go around all my details to do that. Okay, so I cannot wait to see what you come up with. There's mine so far. I still have a lot of work to do. Don't forget to sign it to take ownership. And please share it with me. Have fun.